Hi there, this is Ai and welcome to My Pillow Thoughts. This podcast is all about some of my personal midnight thoughts on self-improvement and personal development, which you may find relatable and helpful at the same time. So feel free to listen to a short minute of My Pillow Thought. For this episode, I want to start by asking a question. Did you feel productive today? Did you feel motivated in doing your work or your studies for today? If yes, well, congratulations for putting enough energy on the things you did and for making the most out of the day. If not, I still want to congratulate you for trying and for validating your feelings. You see, not all the time we feel productive and motivated to do the things we need to do. Some days can be exciting, some days can be boring, and other days can be a balance of both good and bad. But how do we motivate our own selves? Especially if we want to achieve or do at least a little in our list for a day. If you ask me, I will just actually let the day pass if I don't feel motivated enough to do something. But that is just my personal preference. I have this belief that we need to make the most out of our days while it lasts because we never know when our life will come to an end. And I kept on pushing myself to at least do something or finish a task every single day because every day counts. However, there are days when I can't really prevent myself from feeling unmotivated or uninspired or less productive. And I personally hate those days because I feel like I'm wasting time. However, as time went by, I also realized how those days are also important. I learned that those days of feeling unmotivated are actually a sign for me to rest. You see, we people try as much as possible to make our everyday lives count by exerting our best efforts and by making the most out of everything. But sometimes it comes to a point when we feel drained or burn out all of a sudden. I mean, there's nothing wrong with working hard. There's nothing wrong with making every single day count. However, with all the hard work and productivity we have been exerting, we must always remember that we're humans who are worthy of rest. Sometimes we need to rest and take a break every now and then. We need to care for our bodies as much as our bodies are doing everything for ourselves. You know, one way of loving ourselves is by listening to our own bodies. Sometimes we need to lend those days where we let our body feel and do what it wants, but with control, of course. So if you feel unmotivated for a day or two, that's okay. It just means you need to rest for a while. And if you feel like not doing anything for a day, then don't do anything. Don't force yourself to do something if you don't feel like doing it, because the outcome will pretty much reflect on how you feel. So, feeling unmotivated or less productive for some days is not really that bad. It does not make us less human. In fact, it is reminding us that we are humans. As much as possible, never apologize for how you feel. No one can actually control how they feel. I mean, the sun doesn't apologize for being the sun. The rain doesn't say sorry for falling. You know, feelings just are. You are always allowed to rest and to take a break from everything you've been doing. But I'm not saying that we should depend on our feelings all the time. Because if we do, we will not reach our dream destination. What I'm trying to say is that our feelings are valid. If we feel motivated, that's okay. Go and do something. If we don't feel motivated, that's also okay. In fact, you're still doing something, and that is resting. Remember, cars do not run or function well if the gas is empty. When you're on the road, choose to have a stopover if you feel like needing one. But if you still feel like you should do something, even if you're not motivated or productive enough, you can still go after it. It's actually up to you to decide to stay parked there or to turn around and drive out. It's always your choice and not mine. In conclusion, it's always better to have a mixed balance of productive and rest or chill days in our lives. So if you felt unmotivated today, that's all right. Your feelings are valid. So what are your thoughts? But hey, I'm here to remind you that I'm just one of the many perspectives out there. I'm just one star in an infinite galaxy. Find your star and focus on it. Good night.